Hello everyone, it is Alexis
and Lilian,
and today we're going to be talking about 8 things that people in the LGBTQ plus community are probably and most likely sick and tired of hearing.
And why are we talking about these things if we're already tired of hearing them? Just kind of to be like, you know, if someone says this to you, you're not the only one who has to deal with it. So I feel like sometimes that helps to just remind you, you know, we're all in this together. And also the hope is that maybe some people are going to be watching this and being like, oh, I've said that, maybe I shouldn't say that anymore. You know, sometimes people are kind of oblivious and they're just really curious or very outspoken.
Maybe they have no filter at all. And sometimes humor is a good way of coping, so, you know, let's make some fun.
So we're gonna go through some of these. We're gonna try our great acting skills again. Actually, I was considering getting a wig for some future videos. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be
Or
pretty
can I
funny.
get a wig, like a wig store?
There's literally a wig store on Queen. But
Alright.
I think they're expensive.
Alright.
They're not cheap.
Okay, maybe like Dollarama or something.
Halloween.
It doesn't need, oh yeah. So we'll even take it up a notch for the next video, but for now, this we'll have to do. But before we jump into it, this video is sponsored by Skillshare, which is an online learning community with selections of over thousands of classes for you to explore new hobbies, take on new skills, and just expand your mind.
I really like looking at the lifestyle section. They have a bunch of different things like how to become motivated, learning maybe your different chakras and how they work.
You can learn a new software, so add that to your CV or your resume if you're looking for a job or something. So a lot of times taking a Photoshop or Illustrator course is really expensive. Here you can take those classes at a really little price and at your own leisure.
So that being said, the first 1,000 people to click the link below will get a free trial of Skillshare Premium.
Go check it out, can't go wrong with something free. Okay, but so let's hop into the things that we're tired of hearing. So you're a lesbian? Spent one night with me, and I swear that's gonna change.
This happened to me in South Africa.
Sorry, 50-year-old man. You think that she's gonna have sex with you?
Yeah. Like,
and then she's gonna be like, oh my god, where
Wow.
was I all my life?
wow, Ricky, where does this confidence come from that you think that out of all the men in the world, you are gonna be the one that turns?
But that's always when like straight men have like such confidence. I don't know if straight women do this with gay men, but I seriously doubt it. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
It's like, good one.
Can't argue with that one, right? I mean,
Gotcha.
it's
Yeah,
Adam
okay.
and Eve, and it's the Bible. I feel like this is probably something that mostly like very conservative Americans will say, and we're not really surrounded by them.
Hold on. How are you bisexual if you're dating a guy? Doesn't that make you straight?
I think that's like the big misconception about bisexuals, and I feel like we could do, and we should do, an entire video just about like things that bisexual people are tired of hearing.
You can identify as bisexual but be dating someone of the opposite sex, and then that doesn't mean that the same sex is totally canceled out.
Just because you're dating someone of the opposite sex doesn't mean that you don't still have the potential to be attracted to both genders. So you're saying that in order to be fully bisexual, you need to be dating one of each? So
That's
all
called
bisexuals
polyamorous.
need to be polyamorous? Like some are, sure, but not everyone.
It doesn't cancel out the same sex just because at the time you might be dating the opposite sex. That's not how it works.
I don't have anything against you. I just don't agree with your lifestyle.
Oh my god. Isn't that pretty much saying that you're against them?
And like, what is the gay lifestyle?
I know, like what?
It's not a lifestyle. Like, what is the heterosexual lifestyle then that we should all be aiming for?
A picket white fence, 2 children, and a fiance named Bobby. Is it affecting you in any kind of way? So you should just let people be.
Hopefully, eventually, they'll just learn to accept their friends as they are and see that this homosexual lifestyle really ain't that bad.
I don't have anything against lesbians. I just don't understand, why does one of them always have to look like a man?
What is like a man's style?
I think it's just a very old school way of thinking. Like, it's so funny, since I've shaved my head, it's like crazy how some people, again, not really people that I'm personally confronted with, except one time in Vancouver and in the YouTube comments, but people get like so offended that a woman would have short hair like this, and then they accuse me of being like confused or like wanting to be a man or like being transgender or something like that. I'm like,
what?
It's short hair.
Like no gender owns this.
I still identify as a woman. If I didn't, that would be another thing, and that would be completely fine too. But it's like, I'm just a woman that is experimenting with her hair. Like, is that offensive to you that I think I look better with short hair than with long hair? Because like, even when we did our like weird things that straight people say video, people were like, well, the one with the blonde hair clearly wants to be a man, otherwise why would you have that short hair and like be playing the guy or something? I'm like, oh my god.
What?
Like, if that's your intellectual level, like, I'm not even gonna try arguing with you.
Yeah. Oh wow. I just find it funny that people are like, blue is for boys and pink is for girls.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
But also, it's not always the case. There's many femme couples, and the whole butch femme thing is clearly outdated.
So who's the woman and then who's the man in the relationship? There doesn't have to be the man or the woman or the more masculine or more feminine person in a relationship. Sometimes that is the dynamic, but that's not how it always is.
Yeah, and even if there is that dynamic, again, no gender claims a specific role. But I feel like it's such an abstract and radical concept for some people, that
Yeah.
two people of the same gender can be a relationship, and it's like, I don't understand how that works. Like, there needs to be someone who at least assumes the other gender, but it's like, no.
Like, I don't have anything against gay people. I just don't understand why they always need to talk about their sexual orientation. Like, I don't always talk about how I'm straight.
First of all, you're not always talking about it. Like, I don't always discuss, oh, I'm queer with my friends. Maybe you don't think about it, but yes, you guys are talking about being straight all the freaking time, and we are living in a heteronormative world. So it's nice to have little glimpses of queerness in there. Take that. You're a lesbian. That's cool. How do you have sex?
Why don't you just use your imagination?
Or like, it's none of your business. But you know what? I also feel like probably gay men don't get that as often, because they're like, well, you know, there's dicks involved and there's penetration involved. Whereas I feel like it's more of a straight man thing. Like, you can't have sex, real sex, if there's not like my member involved. So they're like, if you're just two women, like, that's not real sex. You need a man in there. So here's one that our straight women like to say. You know, when I was 13, I also kissed a girl.
I don't mind it, because I think sometimes women just need to kind of like talk about it, especially if they're like bi-curious and they're kind of like, yeah, I kissed a girl once and I don't know, like I kind of liked it, da, da, da. That's fine. But when they're doing it to be like, ooh, I want to see if, like, you know, they're into me.
Oh, it's like, it's not about you, okay?
Yeah.
Don't see us as your little challenge. All right, so these were some of the annoying things that queer people tend to hear a lot. So that's
some of the things that grind our gears.
Again, there's probably a lot more, so we'd love to hear from you in the comments. What are some things that you've heard a lot and that you're really tired of hearing? All right, everyone, well, have a wonderful day. And if you're new here, please subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like.
Thank you so much, everyone. We love you.